move on to number 10.
Let's move on to number 10.
I think the
All
best
right, here we
Come on,
go,
Sarah,
fellas.
lay it for her. Lay it
men
down.
are so controlling. Yes. Are there some men that are controlling? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Are there even as much... Are there women that are controlling? 100%. A man's behavior might be perceived as controlling to a woman because what he is worried about is protecting his greatest asset, which is his woman. It's as if he really cares about her safety.
Go figure.
Big surprise. You know, you are a prize and you are a treasure, and him not wanting you to do something is because a lot of men can sense danger. They can sense when, you know, other men are going to potentially be a threat to you, or they don't want you walking down certain roads or taking certain paths or being caught up in a situation that you don't necessarily know how to get out of. Yeah, that might come across as controlling to a lot of women, but I just think, you know, challenge yourself to really think about that. Because a lot of times a man will say he doesn't want you to do something out of the protection that he feels. He feels obligated. He feels that you are a part of his responsibility. You're just one part of the tree. So I think that men get a bad rap for being controlling. Like I said, are there controlling men? Yes. Are there controlling women? Yes. But overall, men really do take pride in being that safety net for especially the woman in their life. So that's it. I wanted to do just kind of a
It's
quick
really
little
nice.
synopsis of kind of the
So,
things that I've learned.
yeah,
you
that's
know,
a great
about
one because
men,
it really is.
how they feel,
It's not controlling.
you know, the
It's
lies that we are
creating a safety net for them, right? And it's like, just want to make sure you're okay. I mean, it's just that's all I'm doing. I don't want you walking down the street by yourself in a bad area. You know, that's kind of thing. It's I don't want you to put yourself in a bad situation. I'll take care of it. I'll cover it for you. I'm good with that. And I think a lot of this for me is like, it's what a good leader is. A good leader is going to lead the way. He's going to take on the dangers ahead of the rest.
Yeah.
A micromanager is going to sit there and nitpick everything you little do, and you're going to feel totally controlled by that and like stop. So it's kind of the analogy I come up with. It's like someone who's a good leader, a good man is going to be a good leader. He's going to protect his family, and typically women are going to be number one in that. When you have children, that does change the dynamic, and when you're dating and you have children from other people, it does change that dynamic a little bit. But they're still ingrained in men. Still want to take care of the woman in their life, right? Yeah. And it's you may not be number one if you have children with somebody else, but you're still going to be high priority.
And they are the portal to life. Like they are. If I want to have children with you, then I want to protect you at all costs. I can't afford, because you're the person I want to have a child with, I cannot afford something bad to happen to you.
Yeah.
You know, my legacy is gone because of that. If I choose, you know what I mean? If something were to happen. So there is a factor of that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got called controlling one time. A girlfriend, an ex-girlfriend of mine, you know. But it was only after that she cheated on me multiple times. And for some reason, I held on to that relationship because I truly, truly loved that woman. And then I was controlling because I was like, hey, where are you going? What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing?
Well, she was
Now I was
guilt.
controlling. Instead of saying, I understand why you feel like this, babe, and this is what I'm going to do. It was, now it turned, the tables turned, and now I'm controlling, and I'm an asshole. But that was at the point where it was
She
like,
felt
okay,
like you were
it's-
micromanaging, but
it's
she had
gotta be
already
time to
betrayed
go.
that trust.
Yeah.
She betrayed the trust, and then she was.
And
I would just assume she
she
hadn't earned it back yet. At that
Well,
point.
she came crying to me. The only reason I stayed with her is because she came crying to me and told me. I didn't learn from nobody else. You know, so she told me. So that kept a little bit of my trust there. And she was like, I really fucked up. This is what I did. And I'm so sorry. And I love you so much, Pat. You're the best thing in my life. And I can't afford to lose you. And then it happened again. Same thing. Crying, doing all this thing. Same thing.
Yeah.
And it was just, you know, at a point, it was like, as soon as I started becoming controlling and things weren't, but there was nothing that I learned that there was nothing I could do to save it. It was time to get out of it. You know?
So I think deep down, in general, good men don't want to be controlling. I think a lot of times when we're talking about men, we're referring to good men, which is, let's make that distinction too. And that's what she's referring to as well. So these are things that women need to identify, what difference between a good man and adult age adolescent. Nail it that time. So that's I think that kind of wraps it up. Unless you got anything else to add to that one, or
Not really, man. That was a fun one.
Yeah,
I
Sarah
enjoy
Dawn
talking about
Moore,
this stuff.
10 Lies That Women Are Told About Men, and our take on it. And I'll try to have a link. I will have a link to the full video. You can watch that. I'm going to try to take this one. I'm turning it to 10 segments, one for each of the lies, and then I'll have the full podcast put together too. So it's going to take me a little extra time editing, but it should be worth it, and should give it a little more digestible segments that people can kind of go through, and they can watch the whole thing, or they can watch the segments. And
thanks, Sarah, for letting us use your content on here and giving us a platform to speak on or whatever. I mean, not a platform, but
definite fans too, and she puts out a lot of good information.
Yeah.
Totally support it, man. If you get questions, watch her. She'll guide you through. I think good people. And,
and girls, like, leave a comment. Let us know something of why if it's buying flowers or washing your car or doing things like that maybe makes you go ick or not, because it is every woman looks for a good man, but yet when they find one,
when they demonstrate good things,
it doesn't make them as happy. And
don't drop like the Sahara Desert on us, girls.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And the good sex could come later once the love is there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
and that comes with communication too, and communication about sex. And then I found that just start talking about that up front, and it just starts building and getting better. And even that talking about it builds that tension that women love. Yeah. And it just makes it more exciting when it does happen. So,
like what? I love reverse cowgirl. Yeah, let me get it. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, hell, your excitement about it is going to get them excited.
But
right?
for sure.
But that's a thing, right? So, we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for listening, everyone. Welcome to the pub. Tip your server as well. All right, tip your server as well, and we'll see you next time.
Salut.